first seed Quinnipiac, playing here for the third time now.
Yeah, so I guess a familiar opponent from last year, at least from last year was my first year here. So yeah, I think it's good in a sense because we kind of seen some of their players and we'll be ready for them. So yeah, it'll be a good start hopefully.
Were there any surprises with the seeding or the bracket at all? How it shook out?
I guess we were following it kind of up to the minute, and I don't think that we were necessarily surprised that we were the 4, and Ohio State jumped us because they beat us in the indoors, gave them the 3 seed. So I think that we were pretty much expecting to be the 4 seed. So yeah.
Give it a little more incentive, or what about that possibility?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we're definitely trending in the right direction. I think that we're obviously better outdoor team, so we're fortunate we get to practice in hot conditions all year round, and the final site is going to be in Athens, so it'll be warm there, and we'll definitely be prepared. The girls are really working hard and really good shape, so I think we'll be prepared for anything down there.
What have you seen from Luciana this season that she's been able to step up and play at the level she has?
She's been awesome, yeah. I mean, probably the most consistent, definitely the most consistent work ethic on our team. And, just really, it started last year and really was able to build her game this fall and really has worked on some things that maybe she wasn't so good at. But just her mentality every day is just really, really consistent. She brings, great intensity and is very, open also to coaching. She's very, open to new suggestions. So she's done a great job in regards to that. So yeah, she's definitely improved, probably more than anyone that I've seen on this team.
What's the biggest thing that's changed for her from last year to this year?
I mean, physically, she's definitely, more aggressive, with her forehand, I would say. Her serve's gotten a lot better. Her ability to move forward, that's something that we're always working on with her. But yeah, just mentally, she's matured a lot. She's a lot more grounded and just a lot easier, just kind of goes with the flow a lot better, I would say. But just mentally, just very stable. You know what you're going to get from her every day. So.
What's the hardest part of stepping up to that court number 1 and being able to maintain a level of success that she's had?
Yeah, I think you're going to get the best player from every team, every match. So just the challenge of playing against the best player is always going to be very difficult. But obviously the level is very, very high, and she's just embraced that and hasn't shied away from it and just continued to try to work on her game every day. She's really consistent with her work ethic, so I think that's really helped her.
You see Georgia on the same side of your bracket, obviously a ways to go before that, but it could end up converging. Just kind of what goes through your mind when you see that layout?
Yeah, I mean, it would be an awesome opportunity to play them in their home court. Would just be tremendous. It's a great atmosphere in Athens. It's the home of college tennis Hall of Fame. So to play them at their place would be an amazing opportunity, and I think our team would really embrace it and relish it. So yeah, it'd be awesome to get there.
This weekend, the weather is going to play a huge factor. You guys kind of already talking about contingency plans, just how you're going to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit far out to decide, if we would move somewhere or whatever. I think we're just going to kind of take it day by day, and we'll hopefully be okay without having to do something. But yeah, we know it's probably going to maybe be a chance of rain and probably be really humid and hot other than that. So, but we'll be ready for whatever. So.
What about the SEC tournament when you come up short? Did anything happen there that maybe you want to refocus on? That maybe you have to dot some I's?
Good question. Yeah, I think we kind of in the match that we lost against Auburn, we really had the momentum early in doubles. We were not able to capitalize. That's something that we've really put an emphasis on this last probably 2 weeks. Is just really when you're up in a match, trying to seize that opportunity, continue to play aggressive. Continue to play the way that you've been playing to get to that situation, and just knowing that you can always rely on your strengths. Trust your strengths in those big moments. That's something we really try to emphasize with the girls, and just trying to embrace those big moments because we're going to have plenty of them down the stretch.
Was it weird seeing, you guys and Georgia not making the finals of the SEC? I mean, that just What does that say about the league, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, it's really strong. I mean, we all knew that LSU has a really great team. They kind of maybe didn't play their best throughout the regular season, so we weren't surprised necessarily to see them make a run to the finals. We know obviously Auburn's been an elite team all year, so yeah, there's probably 4 or 5 teams that could have made the finals there in Norman. So yeah, probably not a total shock to not have Georgia and us there. So.
Can you just take us back how y'all came across Luciana, maybe through the recruiting process, and how y'all got her?
Yeah, I wasn't actually part of the recruiting. I mean, Mark was. I wasn't there. But yeah, I mean, I think that they just did a great job of kind of building a good relationship with her throughout the process and convinced her that we can help her develop. I think throughout the course of Mark's tenure here, he's really developed a lot of players. So I think that was probably the biggest sales pitch to her.
Was there a match this spring that she won that you feel like maybe validated that she was capable of winning at a high level and helped you maybe springboard her forward and keep that going?
Yeah, a few of them probably stand out. I mean, I think beating Brace from LSU, beat her 3-0 there in Baton Rouge. I mean, that girl's ranked top 200 in the world, WTA ranking. That's really an outstanding performance from Lou. Beating DJ Bennett here when we beat Auburn, I would say, is also probably another one. To beat the former #1 player in college, to beat her like that, I think was pretty outstanding. But yeah, she's had so many; it's hard to pick out specific ones. But those two definitely.
She's not the biggest player on the court. Just how do you think that she's able to overcome some of that and still play at as high a level as she does?
She moves extremely well. Tennis has kind of evolved into a sport where you have to be able to really move, play good defense, and obviously movement is key. So she's very, very quick, and that kind of compensates for her lack of height. But she's also improved her ability to move forward. She's definitely more comfortable at the net. She's serving much better, but she's just an outstanding competitor. She doesn't give you an inch. She fights her tail off. So, you're going to get maximum effort from her every time.